Would you like to get high on unconditional, unconventional, and uncommon love stories? If yes, enjoy Love Shots. Hi, this is Amar, and you're listening to Entertainment Cube Podcast. Hey, welcome to this episode. So, this is the third web series from Y Films that I'm going to discuss with you. This was also released almost 2 years ago. This is a series of six short films, and true to the Yashraj standard, each one of them is crafted with love. It's truly a labor of love, as I would say. This was the time when purely web series or web as a medium was really pure. I'm using the word was because now I've seen it getting diluted, I would say to some extent polluted with some of the really bad shows from Alt Balaji or Ekta Kapoor. While she's got some really good ones like Bose or The Test Case and others, but then she's churning out the same run of a mill crappy shows that are otherwise part of the whole TV bandwagon that she's got. So coming back, I really don't know why films stopped their web series 2 years ago. I had contacted Nikhil Taneja, who is one of the the main producer of the shows, and at that time they were planning to release a web series which was Dar 2.0, but that's not been done. So, Nikhil, if you're listening, or anyone from Y Films, if you're listening, sincerely urge you to release the next web series or shows. So, coming back, this is about Love Shots, a series of six short films which paint a picture of love across all ages and profession. And each one is carefully crafted. Each one you would feel is a complete film by itself. It gives you that experience. In fact, as I mentioned, in true Yashraj style, they had a complete soundtrack or an album also released along with it. Each short film had a song that was composed for it, and these were composed by different composers, and each one is nicely done. So that's another enjoyable part of the series. So you would have the short film, and you have a stellar cast in the short film also. Then, post the short film is completed, you will have a soundtrack which gives you the gist of the story or kind of conveys what is not directly communicated, what are some of the emotions or expressions of the people. So that's something which I really liked about this series. Coming to the short films that are included, the first one is called The Road Trip. It has Nimrit Kaur and Tahir Raj Bhasin. I found this a very unique one, not something that I have seen in terms of a love story, but very nicely depicted. You see a cute love angle and the fight that's happening between Nimrit Kaur and Tahir Raj Bhasin. One other thing that is common across all six films, or I would say at least five, I would kind of exclude Scandal Point, which has Kulbhushan Kharbanda and Farida Jalal in it, from this. But five films out of six has a twist in the end, and that's something which you will find a little exciting part for me to look forward to. Okay, so that's clearly my take. So love is exciting, entertaining, and clearly, if it gives you that pleasure, that satisfaction after watching it, then you would truly relish it. And that's clearly what I derived from Love Shots. So this the first one, as I said, is the road trip. Nimrit Kaur and Tahir Raj Bhasin. The acting is good, shot on clearly one location, dialogues as well as the conversation is very much the current one. Usage of hashtag and other references gives you that complete feeling. The next one is having Shweta Tripathi and Saqib Salim in Koi Dekh Lega. Once again, this one is also set at a bus stop where the lead pair is waiting for the bus and they are having a conversation. Again, a very sweet conversation, a short one, and all these short films are not more than 5 minutes, but you still get a complete package and it's fun and exciting. As I mentioned, it touches your heart in some cases. Like what touched me was Big Date. In fact, the next one that I wanted to talk about is called Textbook. Here you have kids Shivani or Sharwani Desai and Shubham in the lead role, and there is also our lyrics writer Swanand Kirkire as the teacher. And this is set in a classroom, so clearly, as the title says, it's about a textbook. And the two kids, how do they kind of exchange that bond, that smile, and what one is willing to sacrifice, and how that gives meaning to a completely different adjective. And that's something which I really liked about this short film, which is Textbook. Next one that I was able to associate a lot with, and once again, a story of a current couple, is titled Fired. It has Salim Merchant from the music duo Salim and Suleiman, and Tilottama Shume, the lady who we have seen and appreciated in Hindi medium movie. A couple where the wife is fired, husband is working as a head chef, and how they kind of come together and what do they kind of agree to do. And that's where the whole thing about being together, achieving dreams, and love feeding to that is coming out. The next one is the love story or rekindling. I wouldn't say rekindling the love because based on the way the portrayal is done by Kulbhushan Kharbanda and Farida Jalal, it clearly gives you the feeling that the love has always been there. It never aged, and that is something which they are enjoying overall at a point which is called as scandal point. So you have a cop coming through, and how at the age they are enjoying the experience that they had or reliving the experience they had during the college time. So clearly a very nice natural acting as well as the conversation. The age gives you the feeling in this one. Most uncommon or I would say the unusual one that I found was Big Date, which had Sabah Azad, Mohit Marwa, and Riya Chakrabarti in the lead role. And rather than telling you about what it is, I would say just watch who Mohit Marwa would take on a big date, and how it kind of pans out. So clearly, is it the school crush, or I mean, the expression of love, or who do you kind of relate, associate with? How the bonding happens, it's something that is kind of done in a very nice way, or depicted in a very nice way in this short film. So that's Big Date. The series of 6 films is directed by Ankur Tiwari, and the stories are written by Aparna Nandig and Ashish Patil. Ashish Patil has also been the producer for Y Films for the web series. So, for me, I would say clearly, I would strongly recommend watching Love Shots. Haven't found a good amount of movies or short films kind of packed with so much in one package, and you won't regret. As I mentioned, each of these are around 5 minutes. If you just want to watch the film, if you enjoy the song, you can clearly listen to the entire thing, and it won't take more than 50 minutes. Whereas if it's just movies, the total viewing time is going to be around 25 to 30 minutes. So that's my view or take on Love Shots. Let me know what you think about these series of short films. I would really love to hear back from you. The next review is going to be of another series of short films called Love Handles. So I know this is not February, the most romantic month. That's my birth month, just so you know. But I just thought of doing this after watching Lust Stories. Have you watched Lust Stories? What is your review of that? So please let me know, share, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate you taking time to listen to these episodes. And in case you wanted to listen to the previous 2 reviews of Yashraj Films or Y Films web series, that is Bang Baja Barat and Papu or Papa Ke Sex Chat, I will put the links in the description. So thanks again. Talk to you soon.